What if I told you there are real places so terrifying, so haunted, so cursed, they'll make your skin crawl just hearing about them? From abandoned prisons to forests where people vanish without a trace, these are the world's most spine-chilling locations, and you won't believe number one. 10. Let's start our journey into the macabre with the Tower of London. This iconic British landmark isn't just a tourist attraction. It's a hotbed of paranormal activity. Centuries of executions, torture, and royal intrigue have left their mark. Visitors report seeing the ghostly figure of Anne Boleyn, still clutching her severed head, wandering the grounds. The White Tower echoes with the wails of two young princes, allegedly murdered by their uncle, even the guards. Tell tales of inexplicable footsteps and doors slamming shut on their own. It's no wonder this place gives even the bravest souls the chills. 9. Next up, we're heading to Japan's Hashima Island. Once a thriving coal mining community, this tiny island is now a crumbling ghost town lost to time. Abandoned in the 1970s, nature has reclaimed the concrete structures, creating an eerie post-apocalyptic landscape. The decaying apartment blocks and empty streets tell silent stories of the thousands who once called this place home. Urban explorers brave enough to set foot here describe an overwhelming sense of being watched. Some even claim to hear phantom whispers and see shadowy figures darting between buildings. It's as if the island itself is alive with the memories of those who were left behind. 8. Our next stop takes us to Colorado and the infamous Stanley Hotel. This grand old building might look inviting, but it harbors dark secrets that inspired Stephen King's The Shining. Room 217 is said to be particularly active, with guests reporting their belongings mysteriously unpacked or ghostly hands tugging at their sheets in the night. The hotel's corridors are a hotspot for spectral children playing and laughing, only to vanish when approached. Even Stephen King himself had a terrifying experience here, cementing the Stanley's reputation as one of America's most haunted hotels. 7. Prepare yourselves for the Hoia Baciu Forest in Romania, often called the Bermuda Triangle of Transylvania. This place is so creepy, it'll make your hair stand on end. Locals refuse to enter, believing those who venture in never return. The trees grow in bizarre, twisted shapes as if warped by some unseen force. Visitors report intense feelings of anxiety, nausea, and being watched. Electronic devices malfunction, and people have vanished without a trace. UFO sightings and unexplained lights are common, adding to the forest's reputation as a paranormal hotspot. It's a place where reality seems to bend, and the line between our world and something else blurs. 6. Our journey now takes us to Philadelphia and the imposing Eastern State Penitentiary. This abandoned prison once housed some of America's most notorious criminals, and its dark history seeps from every crumbling cell. The torture and isolation inflicted on inmates have left a palpable energy of despair. Visitors report hearing whispers, footsteps, and cell doors slamming shut. The most famous ghost is that of Al Capone, said to still haunt his old cell. The prison's Gothic architecture only adds to the oppressive atmosphere, making it a favorite for ghost hunters and thrill seekers alike. 5. Halfway through our list, we find ourselves on Poveglia Island in Italy. This small island has a horrific past that would make even the bravest soul think twice about visiting. Once a quarantine station for plague victims, it later became an asylum where a sadistic doctor performed cruel experiments on patients. The soil is said to be made up of 50% human ash from cremated bodies. Locals say the island is cursed, with restless spirits roaming freely. Visitors report hearing screams and seeing shadowy figures. The abandoned buildings still stand, a testament to the suffering that took place here. It's no wonder Poveglia is considered one of the most haunted places on Earth. 4. Our next destination is Mexico's Island of the Dolls. Prepare yourself for one of the creepiest sights you'll ever see. This small island is covered in hundreds of old, decaying dolls hanging from trees and buildings. The story goes that the island's caretaker found a young girl drowned in the canals and hung up her doll as a sign of respect. Driven by guilt, he continued collecting and hanging dolls for 50 years until he too was found drowned in the same spot. Visitors claim the dolls whisper and move their eyes, watching as you pass by. The island has an oppressive atmosphere, as if the very air is thick with tragedy and lost innocence. 3. We're now entering the exclusion zone of Chernobyl, Ukraine. This place isn't just scary. It's a real-life post-apocalyptic world frozen in time since the 1986 nuclear disaster. The abandoned city of Pripyat stands as a ghostly reminder of the catastrophe, with empty buildings, a rusting Ferris wheel, and personal belongings left behind in the rush to evacuate. The silence here is deafening, broken only by the crunch of debris underfoot. While radiation levels have decreased, the area remains largely uninhabitable. Urban explorers describe an overwhelming sense of sadness and unease, as if the very air is heavy with the weight of what happened here. 2. Our penultimate stop is Japan's Aokigahara Forest, chillingly known as the Suicide Forest, located at the base of Mount Fuji. This dense sea of trees has a dark reputation as one of the world's most popular suicide destinations. The forest is unnaturally quiet, with a thick canopy that blocks out most sunlight. Compasses malfunction. Here, adding to the disorienting atmosphere, visitors describe feeling an oppressive sadness and an inexplicable urge to wander off the path. Despite annual sweeps, personal belongings and other grim reminders of those who've taken their lives can still be found. The forest seems to absorb sound, creating an eerie silence that only adds to its unsettling reputation. 1. And finally, we descend into the catacombs of Paris, France. Beneath the City of Light lies a vast underground ossuary holding the remains of over 6 million people. Miles of tunnels are lined with carefully arranged bones and skulls, creating intricate and macabre designs. The sheer scale of death surrounding you is overwhelming. The air is thick and damp, and the only light comes from sparse electric bulbs, casting long shadows that seem to move on their own. It's easy to get lost in this labyrinth of the dead, and there are stories of people who wandered off and were never seen again. The weight of history and mortality is palpable here, making it the ultimate destination for those seeking a truly bone-chilling experience. From haunted hotels to forests that swallow people whole, these places prove that sometimes reality is far more terrifying than fiction. Each location on our list holds dark secrets and unexplained phenomena that continue to baffle and frighten even the most skeptical visitors. Whether it's the whispers of long-dead prisoners, the silent stares of abandoned dolls, or the oppressive weight of tragic history, these spots will leave you questioning what you believe about the world around us. So, which place freaked you out the most? Was it the ghostly apparitions of the Tower of London, or perhaps the unsettling silence of Aokigahara Forest? Maybe the thought of being surrounded by millions of human bones in the Paris catacombs sent shivers down your spine. Whatever it was, one thing's for sure: these places aren't for the faint of heart. They serve as reminders that our world is full of mysteries, some of which might be better left unexplored. But for those brave enough to face their fears, these destinations offer a glimpse into the darker side of human history and the unknown realms that may exist just beyond our understanding.